Yo, 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 it's April. Welcome to your June 12th, 13th, and 14th energy update and Akashic Records rant. As you guys know, I'm an Akashic Records reader and intuition development coach. And we have this lovely $11 a month membership where you can learn how to develop your intuition, receive quantum Reiki live meditations, and there's just so much in that membership. If you can't make our live events that are on Friday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, every Friday, there is a beautiful video library where you can learn the lessons at your leisure and receive the transmissions of the quantum Reiki and Akashic Reiki meditations at your leisure. There's a whole mediumship course in that thing, literally. I want this to be so accessible because I want more people to be intuitive. When we can get everyone on board on activating their intuition, you're going to see an amazing shift in the state of consciousness as our collective grows and develops and awakens. And is it just so much fun to see that happen? I'm really excited to tune into these couple of days that are coming up energetically because it feels flavorful. I'm loving it. So let's go ahead and tune into June 12th. Here we go. Oh, before I tune in really quick, if you're just, if you're hanging out and you're watching this video, feel free. This is the quantum resonance bed. The energy off these crystals, it's scalar technology, PIMF, magnets, crystal. It's awesome. If you want to receive the transmission of the crystals as I'm reading this, go ahead and just first have the belief that you can receive energy through this video, and then just start to breathe in as you're looking at the crystals. Breathe in to the crown chakra, just feeling that energy coming into the crown chakra and feeling the energy of the crystals coming into the body with the breath. And once you start to connect with it, you'll feel them. And the reason why I decided to turn these bad boys on during these is I want you guys to feel a nice reset while you're learning about the energy. Why not? Isn't that lovely? All right. All around a good time. Let's go ahead and tune into June 12th here. Okay, real fun. June 12th, I got the Mary J. Blige song, No More Drama in My Life. No more drama. On top of that, I'm getting the energy of trust and receive. There is a feeling in between both of this. It's like you're letting go of all the things that were causing havoc within your life, within our lives. June 12th, and the universe is asking us for, trust, receive, believe. Even when something really hard is happening or you're in some sort of lull, or, let's say something really bad happened, this is the time, the opportunity to trust, receive, and believe more than ever. You're being guided to sit in loving neutrality more than ever in those moments. The universe is watching you, how you respond. And the greater the hardship, the bigger the magnifying glass, the more it's watching you. And for some of you, it's like you're learning how to let go of control. You're letting Jesus take the wheel. You're letting the universe take the wheel and evaluating it, watching it, processing, what your life is like when you do this versus what you used to do in the past. Wednesday has a really peaceful quality to it. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. It has trust, receive, believe. Trust, receive, believe. Okay. Wow, that was fast. It's asking you to go beyond your belief system on belief. Let go of the mind. Go beyond with tuning into your heart on Tuesday. I'm also getting that some of you should really participate in enjoying some indulgences on Wednesday. Oh, Friday. That's interesting. Wednesday, because it feels like there's been a lot of feeling like there's a lot of resistance or a lot of restriction, and it's just let go of it. Let go of it. Just let go of the idea that you're in any restrictions, even if you are on Wednesday. I promise you, when you put in the work, like how I'm explaining to do on Wednesday, this is like putting money in a jar over time. Like you start to collect, it starts to build, and really amazing things begin to happen. For some of you, Wednesday is a recovery day, releasing fear, recovering, sitting in isolation, solitude, if you will, and just allowing yourself to let go of, lack and limitations. Let me go ahead and see, what are we not aware of on Wednesday the 12th? Whoa. You might feel like there's a lot of different energies kind of flying at you on Wednesday, and they're asking for you to just like laugh at it all, like enjoy the ride. It feels a little fast paced. Why does it feel fast paced? Okay, internally, it doesn't feel fast paced. It feels fast paced externally in our reality, in our physical world. And it's asking for you to sit in the energy of trust. And I got this image of this person that's sitting in the middle of a tornado. Like everything's speeding up, but because they sit in trust and their connection, they're actually able to focus and breathe and feel at peace and ease during the world kind of reacting to everything. Also, it's a great time to study universal law for some of you. I know some of you out there are really focused on studying those deeper wisdoms, those deeper understandings of the universe. And Wednesday feels like a really sunny reading day for some of you. Like it's going to be very easy and clear to read. And then for some of you, it might be a little busy and a little hard to read. But the reason why it would be hard is like the world energy. If you get grabbed by the external energies of the collective or just how fast everything's moving, that's your sign. Just having like cloudy energy while you're reading the field, that's your sign that you're grabbing onto something by accident. So it's good to get into meditation and pull out of that energy and come back to center. Besides that, I'm not picking up anything in relationships, like nothing significant. Feels like it's a continuation of what I've said prior, learning to see who you are in a relationship now, and kind of like watching your relationship, witnessing it, seeing where it falls, seeing where the cards lay. That's the same with anything right now, is watching where the cards lay, not necessarily taking major action on anything, but doing what you normally do and watching and seeing how everything unfolds. All right, let's go ahead and go into June 13th. June 13th, Thursday, feels massive. So let me go ahead and tune into it. June 13th. I'm getting that the experiences, how you've been dealing with the last 6 months, all of it starts to make sense on Thursday, maybe even just a little bit, like a little tinkle, like just a little sprinkle of, that I'm getting why this all happened. I'm setting things into motion into a specific way. And I see it now because I've had these experiences. I'm trusting myself. I know thyself. I'm moving forward. So there's this sense of moving forward on Thursday. Even if there isn't a physical version of that, there's a mental version of it. Friday feels like there's more of a physical version of it, but there's this like switcheroo that happens Thursday. It's like the switch just, the machine starts to operate and move smoothly, instead of, always having to look back and be like, okay, it's not working. What did I miss? So this machine can work. And that's what Thursday feels like. What are we not aware of on Thursday? Exalted energy, feeling a sense of like, okay, breakthroughs. I'm having a spiritual understanding of all of this. It's all making sense now. I'm getting chills as I'm saying because I'm like, woo, oh, I just sounded like Winnie the Pooh. It's like I'm releasing, but it's like this sense of just freedom, spiritual understanding. For some of you, because there's this spiritual awakening happening, you are seeing the last little bit that you need to release. And I'm feeling like a lot of you don't feel stressed out about it. You're like, F it, we're doing it. I'm letting go of this crap. I do not need this. For some of you, a big blessing feels like it's coming in Thursday or Friday, like a big blessing. For some of you, it's your cookie. That's, by the way, I feel like I just need to tell everyone, because I call miracles cookies. And the reason why I call it a cookie is because when you do the work, when you're doing all the good work, when I was a kid, I always got like a little cookie if I did really well at something. And so I like to say like the universe gives us cookies. So this feels really good. Flow state, lots of flow, smile, dance. For some of you, it's like, yeah, I got this. I'm feeling like everything is coming in. I go ahead and tune into this. Some of you might also gain a new awareness of some of the relationships that you thought were healthy are not, because there's this new level of awareness of yourself and everything that's around you. So there is a little bit of like mourning situations, but also knowing that stepping into, letting go is bringing balance, harmony, movement, forward movement into your life. What are we not aware of about Thursday? I want more. The more that you can stay in loving neutrality these 3 days, you're going to receive insights. You're going to feel like you're protected. You're going to receive a lot of downloads these 3 days. There's a lot of messages pouring through. And the way to receive them the most, loving neutrality. Loving neutrality. Not react to things too emotionally, even though we are emotional creatures as human beings, but to receive the downloads that you're looking for, the messages that you're looking for, to kind of give you guidance during this time or any time in your life, is to have loving neutrality. Not getting too excited, upset, frustrated, just letting go, surrendering. These days that I'm feeling into have calm but emotional energy to it. Some of it is agitated energy, but it's important to utilize this emotion to receive these messages. You can anchor in these downloaded bits of information that are coming into the collective to help give us direction by releasing human emotion, which is like frustration, anxiety, overwhelm, obsession, stress, like letting go of those and bringing in the like universal emotionality of love. Anchor in these messages with love, neutrality, and love. I feel like I had to say that a lot. It was like being very adamant on me telling you guys that. All right. June 14th, Friday. I got this song, Moving On Up to East Side. So for some of you, you might actually either be thinking about moving, you were planning on moving, or you are moving, or that some of you feel that you are moving on up spiritually on your spiritual progress, that you've either, there's so many ways that this energy can express itself through us. But whatever you're going through right now, Friday, you feel like you're moving on up. You're moving out of it. You're moving into a new era. And I even got the word like Funky Friday, feeling fresh. Some of you might be like, yeah, I'm looking good. Or like, I just feel good. you're satisfied. There's a lot of satisfaction on Friday, and your strength, your confidence. There's a confidence in the collective. There's this boost. There's standing your ground. There's feeling like that mental clarity, being able to intellectualize what you feel and believe, even though it's been really hard to do that. The last few weeks, maybe in the last couple of months, it's been hard to intellectualize what you've been going through. There hasn't been ground to stand on what's been happening internally or maybe externally, depending on the person. Make sure to, in action, because Friday feels like an action day. There's a lot of action happening. Some of you are being told to not take action, even though the world is taking action, and then some of you are. So, I want you to just go with your gut on this. But the reason why, if you are going in the direction that the universe is like, okay, we're done with this lesson, we don't want to do this anymore, and you keep taking action on it, it's going to cloud up your mind. It's going to cloud your process, your connection. But if you are on the right path, you'll notice when you take more action, everything gets illuminated. There's an illumination happening. You'll see more clearly about what you need to do next. So if you notice on Friday that you feel like there's resistance, or you start to get more confused as you take action, that's a sign. Chill out. Like, go do something else. For some of you, you're finding your voice on Friday. I feel like the last 2 weeks is all about finding your new voice, but Friday feels like, got it. Yeah, got that shit. Let me go ahead and see. There is a lot of cuddling happening on Friday. You guys are getting froggy. I like it. I don't know what's happening right now, but there feels like there's like love, romance in the air. Cuddles. Lots of cuddles. For some of you, you're thinking about having children. Friday, like, as I just said this message, I saw two birds like literally cuddling on the light post up there. So that was really fun. And the birds in oh my God. Right after I said that, I saw a bee. The birds and the bees. You guys. Oh, this is fun. I like Friday, June 14th, feeling amazing. By the way, I officially wrote that shit down because I kept saying the wrong dates, and yeah, it was funny. Because when you're channeling, sometimes things just fly out of your state of consciousness, out of your mind. Trust, believe, receive. The next 3 days, get ready. I'm feeling good. It feels like there's a progression happening now. So, very cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do an Akashic Records rant. Your higher self, the collective higher self said, you got this, for that message. So, okay, the Akashic Records rant. This is going to be for those of you who struggle with getting messages on the Akashic Records. First off, conceptualization can really stunt us as readers. Reading energy is like learning a new language. It's when you're a reader, you're just an energetic linguist. You're learning how to share how energy operates and functions to the collective. It's just a different language, right? And so when you are tapping in and you're asking energy questions, asking the questions the way the energy wants to operate is going to give you more information. And this may apply for some of you, not all of you. Take what resonates, but I'll give you guys a nice example. I heard all across the world, soul contract, right? I'll tell you, a lot of people say the word or the phrase soul contract. When I asked the Akashic Records what a soul contract was, I got crickets, big time. That doesn't mean I'm a crap reader. And I don't want you to feel like you are too if this happened to you. And that's why I'm sharing this. I asked why was I not getting information on soul contract, and I immediately got that energy doesn't like the word contract. Energy is all about expressing, changing, moving, letting you know that you have divine will. You have the power to make a difference in your life, to change your course. And so the word contract felt binding, constricting, permanent. And so if this is happening to you, some really great phrases, and you can even ask the field or the Akashic Records or your mediumship channel, hey, what do you want me to call this? And it said, for me, it was soul agreement or energy agreement. And after I said, what energy agreement did I have with this soul or this energy, it was more expressive. It started to share information with me. So I'll let you guys know some phrases that are popular out there that I found it to be extremely grueling to receive information, because the Akashic Records, the field, was like, I'm not going to operate that way. I want you to learn what energy is and how it operates, and I want you to expand as a reader. That's what the field said to me. And we want you to speak and match the energy of the records so you can receive more information, so your consciousness begins to understand this all, so you can share it more and more. So soul contract, that phrase messed me up. I was like, what is this? Another phrase that I didn't get much information on, and by the way, take what resonates. This does not mean that this is true for every person. I'm only saying this to help a select group of people that have a similar channel that I have, right? So another phrase that messed me up, twin flame. I couldn't get shit on twin flame, ever, like at all. Whenever someone asks me, when is my soulmate coming in? That's not going to happen either. The records doesn't like when, because time is a construct, but also you're not helping when you do give that information, whether you're pulling from your mediumship channel. You're not helping the person see what they can do as a soul to grow, to attract partnership that's meant for them. Because we have a bajillion of soulmates out there, right? And some of them have crappy energies, not even kidding. And so when you're saying, oh, when are you going to see your next soulmate? Well, you're not helping the person work on the things that they need to work on to bring in a great partner by just giving them the win. But the records doesn't respond to win at all. And what was the other? Oh, soul's origin. Believe it or not, and I don't want you to think that the Akashic Records and the mediumship is separate. It's in the field, everything's connected, right? When you plug into the Akashic Records, there's a certain frequency and vibration. And when you match it, you get information from there. And so when you start to come down a little bit lower frequency, down to mediumship, which there's nothing wrong with being lower frequency, it gives us more information because the records are so vast. When I would ask what soul's origin, it didn't want to give me an answer in the records. The reason why is knowing where you're from in the universe is not always beneficial for your growth. There's a reason why we forget. They only want to share certain information that helps you grow and expand, right? And so you can do that in your mediumship easily. Like you can just go like, there you are, plop. And so what you can do instead of asking about soul's origin, because the records just wants you to grow, right? You can ask, what past life do I need to see that I was most intuitive? And if you're naturally someone that has an expanded consciousness that is really deeply connected to other universes, you're going to receive that information naturally, okay? It's not something that we should push. And I guess, like, I'm going to wrap this into a bow here. The wonderful thing about learning the records is it teaches us how to stay in integrity, because it just won't give us information. It's just like, no, F that. not giving you shit. But if you just learn mediumship, kind of like lower here, and don't bring in the records, there's, depending on the person, okay? Now, there's plenty of pure souls that nail mediumship at the highest vibration, the highest good. But if you're learning mediumship, the buffer isn't like always there. Unless you're learning it from a really amazing person who just gets it, or that you're just a very pure channel that gets it. But if you don't fully, like, if you want like that buffer and teaching you how to stay in integrity and in readings, God, the records. So, yeah, that's my rant today. I hope that this helps somebody. Like, the best thing that you can do if you're not getting information on these like popular topics is to ask your channel why. And then ask what would they like instead. So I hope that this brings some of you peace and like, thank you, Lord, it's not just me. It's not just you. I can't even read like that. It's like impossible. So, all right, guys, have an amazing June 12th, 13th, and 14th. Bye.